Alright, continuing reading of the Zohar. Let's see, we are at the vision of Rabbi Shia. The vision of Rabbi Shia. Rabbi Shia prostrated himself on the ground, kissed it, and he wept and said, Dust, how hard are the heartless, and how many have you consumed? That all the pillars of light and all the great souls were consumed by you, and the greatest of all, Rabbi Shimon, the light of the entire world. Of all the worlds, who eliminates, governs our descent, light upon which our world exists, is also consumed by you. You govern the world, but he collected himself as one said, Do not be proud, dust, for the pillars of the world will not be betrayed to you. Rabbi Shimon will not be consumed by you. Alright, man is the sole creation. The sole creation is nothing but the desire to receive pleasure. It is made this way. The essence cannot be changed yet. We can change the intention for which, who, and whose sake, which or whose sake to receive the pleasure. As a result, man's union with the beyond of the altruistic will be bestowed. The light of the present man's acquire with the beyond desired additional to be her own. The additional desire appears with the man to bestow opposite of her nature. On the desire beyond the man resolves with the zigzag reception of the light. The man receives all her desires, so she possibly can from beyond and fills them with light. Only with the initial egotistic property will remain uncorrected. But even that will be corrected with above the Creator himself. The order of correction, reception, and light of the beyond properties inside with the man referred to as the perception of zigzag yisad. It takes place sequentially along 606,000 degrees, called 6,000 years. Woman of the world of Athlon cannot receive the light during the 6,000 years until the part of it is completed, as is zigzagium, or plural for the zigzag. Throughout the 6,000 years are made by the man herself, woman herself, but on the properties received beyond the place with the zigzag called the yisad of man, or arid yisad, where it's woman herself, egotistic desire remains closed light, therefore called to close the gates. The reception of light is during a 6,000-year correction of the parts of Isium, a gradual filling of the man with the light. It takes place with the help of the bit beyond the desires of man, which was called the key for the impure egotistic force, no power over the man. Yisad means that only man can act with the property that should receive the higher Sephra Yisada, which is free of the influence of the impure forces or Klai pilot, or also properties except for the man and altruistically since the origination beyond. However, since that we emphasize that the zigzag is made of the altruistic desire with the egotistic desire of man, we usually say Yisad instead of beyond, and since the Yisad in Sephra immediately above man, we say that zigzag may be made not only egotistic desires of man, but of the Yisad, and since upon acquiring properties of the Yisad, man can receive light, and such reception of the light of the Yisad of man is the mitzvah. From the word matchva, king, the key of the opens the way of the upper light. However, the man herself, or the man or woman, the woman herself or the woman closed gates and it remains inaccessible to the light of the years, 6,000 years. Rabbi Shia, a particular spiritual degree, could not understand what the Rabbi Shimon with the non-spiritual parts of it called the Rabbi Shimon should achieve the complete perfection. Indeed, Rabbi Shimon with the parts of a spiritual height to receive the light of the Ushada. It is impossible to receive the light without utilizing zigzag on the woman herself. Yet, this part of the woman remains uncorrected until the completion of 6,000 years, thus can be used to define these purposes, desires, as though the already one partially corrected all the prohibitory commandments of the woman, hence they are beyond the ban imposed is called the restriction. Yet, if impossible to fill any stony heart with a man of the woman of the root of ego or the basis of the creation of light, how can evil signal achieve the complete correction. After complete correction implies the reception of light of the entire man, each soul, the entire woman, each soul of each part of the man. That man is destined to the correct conditions. Contains a part of all the other parts of the man, including the part of the woman, which may not work with until the end of the correction. On the other hand, Rabbi Shia and Rabbi Shimon, in the state of complete correction, could later have attended to such state. This is contradiction to rouse Rabbi Shia, which greatly prostrated himself on the ground and cried out. Impossible to constantly translate the word of Torah. The zohar is the language we can understand, but the ground signifies the egoism. Thus refers to the impure forces crying out, reply with the praise, and so forth. The words of the definition of the text of the zohar should be perceived senselessly rather than literally of physical actions of the world. In other words, whatever the zohar speaks is related only to the inner and spiritual sensations and experiences of one who perceives the spiritual realm. Right, all words constitute environment. The spiritual sphere of the Creator had made his own creation, man, Adam. Everything else was created only in order to help man to achieve the spiritual mission of becoming the like of the Creator. Just as in our world, the world itself and all inhabitants except man are roots of the robots operated with the animal nature rather than creators of the free will. In the spiritual world, the spiritual beginnings except the soul as operated by the spiritual nature. Upon being born in the world, man or two as an animal without freedom of the act of against egotistic desire to receive pleasure. He usually stays throughout the existence of Earth, but being not different from the still vegetative animal levels of nature, automatically following orders of his own master, egoism. Only will help the Kabbalah can only gradually receive the upper spiritual strength and consequently acquire the freedom of the choice, liberty, himself, the influence, the impure egotistic forces, becoming free of his desire like his Creator. However, such opportunity is only given to one who can control his automatically driven ego nature according to the strength of the screen, and man ascends, moves inwardly in his sensation from the world of the spiritual. After creating the spiritual world as home of the future creation, the Creator created with the creator soul of Adam. The soul constitutes the desired delight with the sensation of the Creator of his light. The sensation of the Creator is called light. There's nothing else whatever the entire universe besides light in the soul. Although the soul is woman, the only egotistic creation, the Creator imposed the property altruism, have created the mix with the desire of beyond, therefore demonstrating how wonderful it would be to be like him. When performing altruistic actions, the soul of Adam decides to use the natural egoism or the malshat mishal itself to receive the Creator's life with altruistic intention, yet beginning with the tremendous life of the yeshad into the malshat mishal. It does not resist without wish it to enjoy egotistically the changes in such that the soul's desire referred to as the fall. As a result of the fall, the Adam soul splits in myriad parts of Chazal, and all of the fell the compatibility impure egotistic forces acquired egotistic desires. After the fall, Adam corrected some of the souls obtained in the anti-egotistic stream, but only partially, and then on the total number of the souls, some were selected for the correction lowered into this world, clothed into the bodies of generation. The descent from the Creator into our world, the egotistic sensation, only one own desire occurs as a result of the attaching additional making weight, egoism, still in spiritual world movement rather than the Creator, and closer to Him, the distance from Him, and determined with the correlation of egotistic, altruistic desires within the soul. The purpose beyond the soul's descent with the world with the transforms of the egotistic desires to help the Kabbalah to return to the Creator with one's own intention of performing altruistic actions. The soul's descent continues until each of them and altogether achieve the complete correction. Almost exalted souls that refer to the degrees of Yeshad and the Gar of Hayat depend on the correction of the man, her woman herself, and the man of the world, also at closed gates. This is only with created with the completion of 6,000 years after the correction of the rest. This is due to inverse relationship between the soul and light that fills with them. The more egotistic soul is lower than located with the greater with the light, and the engine with the greater passiva or common soul at the time of the correction. Light of souls, Yeshad, Hayat, Nesham, Roshat, and Nefesh. Malshat, type of the souls, Keter, Hoshat, Beyond, Zeta, Malshat. This is why the exalted souls consume the dust and impure forces and the impure forces of the rules over them in an Norse and solid power as in certain one of the thing that can save these souls from captivity. This is why Rabbi Shia wept out, thus how cruel are you, the most exalted souls consumed without hoping escaping you. In other words, the actual root of creation, primordial egoism, cannot be corrected. In turn, all results for the exalted soul captivity, the rule of the impure forces rise for the beginning of light with the entire world cannot be achieved perfection in themselves, since all the souls are interconnected. Not a single individual soul can arrive at the end of the correction until the souls are corrected. This is why the suspectable, ruthless rule of dust. After the first Rabbi Shia wanted the Rabbi Shah himself to consume the dust, did not achieve the complete correction. He heard that the Rabbi Yossi also reason for the closed gates are closed for all. After the convention, he inquired that if the Rabbi Shimon revives all the world and governs, and how then possibly had he had not reached perfection. Therefore, he concludes Rabbi Shimon was not consumed with the dust, but did not achieve the complete correction, probably stayed with the absolute perfection. The thing of the Rabbi Shi could not understand, however, that is how individual soul could achieve the end of the correction prior to without the complete correction of all the others. The Rabbi Shia called him explained not to himself. Rabbi Shia stood and started walking up a week, but the Rabbi Yossi joined him the fast of the 40 days so that they might see Rabbi Shimon, as in he was told said from the north worthy of seeing him. He went with and tasted another 40 days. He was shown in vision Rabbi Shimon and his Rabbi Elzer with a discussion. Rabbi Shia, the word saved the Rabbi Yossi and thousands that are listening to the discussion. Although the fasting of the zohar speaks of the spiritual angle of the world, the description is a good example of how strong the desire for this should be in order for it to be answered from above. There are spiritual actions, weeping and the tears of the small state with the cat and spiritual parts of the common soul is referred to the Rabbi Shia. Natural Rabbi Shimon, all the characters of the zohar of the spiritual common soul rather than people of the world. Truth be told, spiritual love of the person known with a certain name in our world may coincide with the spiritual root described in the Torah. However, the elucidation of the matter exceeds the scope of the particular article. It's nonetheless essential not to note that the Pharaoh is corporal Egypt, and no natural that was not a spiritual Pharaoh, that he was described in Zohar as the common soul that included all the man. Laban portrayed the Torah as a villain in the fact of the supernal spiritual light of the common soul, spiritual light of wisdom. This will explain later on. The strong desire to attain the degree of the Rabbi Shimon, also Rabbi Shia, see and infer that certain Rabbi Shimon has not consumed by the dust that came conclusion precisely because of their conversation with Rabbi Shia, hence passionately desired Rabbi Shimon. Part 51. In the same vision, Rabbi Shia said several great celestial wings are how Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Elzer mounted them and soared to the assembly of the Hemel while the wings waited for them. Afterwards, the both returned to the place, some sure brighter than the light of the sun. Heavenly assembly refers to the assembly of the angel of the matron, whoever the full name is pronounced with the name of the Maida is used instead. The producing name of the equivalent action was known as already desirable. The term supernal assembly refers to the assembly of the Creator himself. The heavenly assembly refers to the assembly of Media. The wings are waiting for the Rabbi Shimon and his Elzer as angel spiritual forces, similar to robots, draft animals in our world, where every task is to help the souls to ascend from one spiritual degree to another. And just these wings must assign the souls to the ascent. They must assist them and descend to their places. Therefore, it is said that the wings were waiting for the Rabbi Shimon and his son Rabbi Elzer to bring them back down. And when Rabbi Shia saw the return of heavenly assembly back to their place, the Rabbi Shimon asked something. He noted that the new light of their faces radiance and surrounded them brighter than the sun. Rabbi Shimon opened and said, let Rabbi Shia enter and see how much the Creator renews the face of the righteous in the world to come. Happy is who comes here without shame. Happy is who stands in our world as a rigid pillar opposite all. The Rabbi Shia saw himself entering the Rabbi Elser with all the pillars that the old war stood up before Rabbi Shia, and Rabbi Shia was ashamed. He entered and bending and setting fat with the feet of the Rabbi Shan. Rabbi Shan opened the way of the light and said, he is happy to enter without shame. And all the presents for they were fault, no shame. Only the Rabbi Shia shame that they become the strength with the same of the power of the death. Rabbi Shia did not know that they were all perfect, whereas Rabbi Shia had a flaw of the desire to attain. He was ashamed of. A voice sounds lower than the eyes. Do not raise your head. Do not look. Lowered its eyes and saw the light of the shone of the far. The voice returned and said, "The supernal ones are concealed and closed, who have the eyes will watch over the entire world. Look and see, and the lower ones are sleeping, and the light of their eyes are concealed within their pupils. Wake them." As he followed the instruction to lower the eyes, and not raise the head, not the use for the desire received, and the only desire to bestow, he merited hearing. Light of mercy. Appealing with the help of the wizard to attain everything they wish, the voice divides all the sounds of souls into two groups. The first group is called the supernal holy ones, the concealed with the merited eyes to open, behold the entire world. The second group, the souls with the light of their eyes, concealed with the eye sockets which have been blinded them. This is why the voice called the souls to the first group, behold that to you the reception of the upper light, to draw the upper light together with the second group, who among the turn of the darkness and the light of the savor the bitter as sweet, even as if that came here as that is while still living in that other world, the one amongst hope, the ways each of the day with the light that shines on the long distances when the greatness grows. He is called King of all kings of the world. He who does not wait for each of the day will live in the world and live in this world and have no place in another world either. The Creator's goal is for a man fully attain him, with still living in the world with the field, and he prior to the descending of the world, prior to the incarnation of the physical body, from the division of people of the other world into the two groups, clearly evident with the voice of appeal to them. The voice emphasized each of the group with the main advantage of the soul of the first group, and it says that they turn darkness into the light, and they are souls of the world, the result with the Creator, created with the two opposite system of the world, the system of the darkness, bitterness, openness, system of the light, and sweetness. Therefore, the Torah world of the there is a division into the suitable, unsuitable, pure, and impure, permitted, forbidden, and holy, unholy. Whereas the Torah of the world of Asalot, which consists of holy with the greater names, contains nothing impure whatsoever. As the sinner Laban regarded the holy name of the world of the Asalot, the world of as well as the Pharaoh, named that represent the impure force of the worlds of the BIA, corrected with the worlds of the Asalot, escalated with the pure spiritual object of the force with the corresponding holy names. Therefore, soul has attained the light of the world as Asalot transforms all darkness into light and all bitterness into sweetness. In other words, the whole difference between the whole pure and great God of the opposite lies of the correction with the desire and acquiring the anti-egotistic screen over the will we receive. The second group of the voice, they are waiting for the Creator's help, and he will rise Shishina, his manifest to the lower ones from the dust, and their sensation for the what do not wait for him. He preoccupied with the other aspirations will not ride with the dust, and the sensation of the Creator will remain concealed from them. Alright, in the vision, Rabbi Shia saw many of the friends gathering around the stand pillars. He saw them be elevated with the heavenly assembly, some of them elevated with others lowers, and above all them he saw Matat, the owners of the wings of the approaching. At the voice of the Rabbi Shia saw several souls of the righteous belong with the two groups standing around the two pillars which are already present with the Rabbi Shimano assembly, with the had already been ascending of the heavenly assembly. Some were ascending and some were descending. Moreover, the motion was used in a mutually opposite direction. This way the two groups help one another according to the calling of the voice instructional. The first group, the descent of the second ascent of the Rabbi Shia, saw the two excitement of all the souls for the other aspiration of the power of the two groups. Matat descended with the heavenly assembly of the Rabbi Shimon, swore an oath. Or the angel of Matat swore that he heard behind the curtain how each of the day of the Creator man remembers the grave of the man, grieves over the man and cast in the dust. And when he remembers her, he strikes 309 firmaments. They all trembled in terrible fear from before him, and the Creator shed their tears for the Shushinka, or divinity of man has fallen to the dust, and those tears simmer like fire and fall in the great sea. And the power of the tears, the rule of the sea, of the Rashva, revive the blessed of the girl, or her holy name, vows to swallow up everything in the first day of the creation, absorb all within himself with all the nations greater against the holy nation, and the waters will dry. Israel will walk through dry land. The vow signifies the Creator never forgets to remember each of the day that Shilin lies in dust. However, it does not refer to the entire holy Shini. The Creator does need not to vow the relieved only by the who dwell in the upper worlds. Everything that does not for the machine or the man alone. Shishina or man alone. Or divinity of man alone. Okay, this refers to women. She is one of the Rabbi Shia thinks so that all being held captive of the impure force is completed and abandoned. Hence, he wept of the dust and consumed all that here the angel Matat was come to the assembly of Rabbi Shimon with the revealed Rabbi Shia, a greater seeker of the greater rules the absolute and who remembers the woman of each day. Zigzag of the union of the man Mashat screen with the light pressure of his defined with the stroke light of the screen result with the desire to enter and cross with the screen bearer of the screen restricts, repels it, acting repelling at the return of the reversed light as the bright of the rise from the screen from below upwards and close with the coming of the light. Alright, they're compared to example of the host of the greater other delicious foods to quiet with the guest of the guest to do his guest clee or soul to which they endure the delicacy. However, the result of the shame of the receiver the greater refuses to receive the screen and repel the food or light through the guest of the soul, and has the host created refuse the right of the pleasure for himself as his own enjoyment. The repelling of the food of the light's form, the returning of the light for it is not stems not just from the not waiting with the feel shame that is in the own world, but from the spiritual soul desire to be the greater, be like the creator. The returning light of the altruistic continues desire. This is also the spiritual soul, only where it can be light and received only in its attention can feel the creator. After the soul will able to repel all the pleasure from coming in, it demonstrated that it could be conditioned first restriction refrain from the egotistic perception to begin calculate how much light they can receive of the creator's sake. For the soul receives a amount of pleasure that is certain in to receive the creator's sake. The delight of the received from the inside of the soul is referred to the inner light. The amount of the light that is received in the vessel determines the degree of the similarity to the creator. The soul acts like the creator, and just as the desire to how to pleasure the soul wishes to bestow on him the extent of the inner light of the received. Therefore, size of the soul and the liberty in the tabular which receive the light determines the degree of the merging of the creator. In this place, the soul merged in is property of the intentions. If the soul's power is resistant, though sufficient to receive the greater for the sake, but is only refrained with the perception the soul of the considered to be in the small state or catnut, the soul is greater with the greater and the stronger for the however they afterwards begin with the descent and the gradually weakens until the soul is no longer received with the greater's sake. If this left is just enough the strength not to receive this is why the state onward is dependent on the reception of light with the soul's desire to receive. The soul may only use the genesis but not the as of Sephiroth, bound beyond the light cannot spread, but they call the parsa or firmament. They are very the berry built above this, even the soul that wishes to receive the light itself will not be able to do so. The screen designed the firmament consisting of all four parts: wisdom beyond and Tefra in man. The four letters of Hayuva, because the man joined beyond, therefore constructed with the egotistic property of the altruistic one. Screen located not in the man, but in the beyond. Beyond is accounted as the hundreds, therefore four parts of Hosha, wisdom beyond, Tiferet, and man equal 400. Therefore, there is no zigzag. Reception of light. No zigzag. Reception of light. Women itself, after all, is called closed gates, and the means of the man contains 90 sephiroths, not 109 sephiroths, each consisting of 10. Their screen is called the firmament that makes the zigzag of the upper light with reflecting, consisting of 390 parts. Part of the most women is lacking firmament, therefore the consisting of 390 firmaments only the daily zigzag, or I'm still wondering what the hell that is. Zigzag, with Shana, the name of the zigzag on the desk, the by the 10 parts of man-to-man, forbidden with the impact with the scream of the incoming light, resembled the shudder of the fear of the received light inside oneself beyond lights with one's restriction. There are 5 sephiroths and rush heads of the parsal. Keter, Golgotha, Meshat, forehead, Hoshima, Anima, eyes, Bina, uneven ears, Reve, hot nose, pale mouth. Just as the secretion of one's physical life that called the creator, the secretion of the light of the wisdom of the heart with the special spiritual soul called eyes, referred to as tears. Tears constitute a part of light that is rejected by the parts of due to the absence of screen of the man to man. Although the letters come through the parts of which enter the fill and the pleasure of the part of the parts of that has no screen to perceive the altruistic tensions. Therefore, that screen is immediately repelled with the portion of light. But between the strike of the light from above, the resistance over the screen below, the tiny drop of light seen through the screen will do to the hurry is unable to repel. The drops have nothing to do with the level of the wisdom or the parts of eye. They lack the clothing and returning of the light. This exists. The parts of eye wisdom receive the name tears, but is nothing less than light. Similar to the state where we are filled with the terror of the compassion for another person, indeed, with all the existing world exists between, because it drives the spiritual prototype. All the transpire, but the world transpires only because it stems from the upper of the spiritual root. After all, the fact that the upper light strikes the screen, trying to break through its restrictions, stem to the original highest place of the Creator himself, unrelated to the Creator's desire to receive this light within. The bound of the altruistic capabilities of the light stem from the world with the infinity of the Creator himself, long before the soul appeared, wished it, and restricted itself. The upper light wishes to feel the desire and enjoy of all the Creator as side, but the Creator wishes to dwell in his creators below. The light of the Creator at one of the same. After all, the man defines the sensation with the Creator as spiritual light, with upper light will derive the force of the weight from the screen of the entire man's desire. The screen hurls it back, thrusts and repel the upper light, becomes the returning light with the designated man altruistic intentions to bestow the light upon the Creator. All is the result of the collision with the screen. Portion of the light fall with the outside, but the tears originate with the Creator's love of the compassion for his creation. In other words, spiritual action results in the emission of tears. The individual overwhelmed from suffering and love. However, the spiritual tears do not disappear. The described song in Song of Songs for love of the strong as death, the jealousy is cruel as hell, the flashes throughout all flashes of fire, very flame of the Lord there, because of these tears over the upper one's level love and compassion for the lower one is just the flaming tears shed, but someone in our world burns from so do the boiling and burning up tears burn like fire, like very flame of the Lord. Alright, being raised of the property of the wisdom in the man is called the seed. Therefore, the tears of the light of wisdom, without the first of being clothed in the light of the reception, fall into the sea. The man is written that many of these sea waters will not extinguish the Creator's love of his creatures expressed in the tears. It said during the creation of the world, let the waters be gathered together unto one place. But the angel governed the sea did the not wish swallow these waters was hence killed. It was emptied light and out, and tears fall. He is revived. The reason that during the creation of the world, man and woman itself had not undergone any kind of correction as the Creator created the world and special correction, the praise of the beyond and all true yasad, not the praise of the man of man of woman. In other words, correction is possible only with the man's correction of man of woman itself as essence, but will completely refrain from its youth of the egoism. He acquires a higher altruistic desire of beyond from receive of the greatest light in them. In Sephiroth, Keter Hosei, Zephyr, 390 Sephiroths. Of these higher altruistic desires referred to the desire beyond the as or the prey beyond the reception of the light is the zigzag and not the egoism. The woman herself will be bestowed the eritrid yasad. The reception of light is therefore sufficiently to fall on the first 9 sephiroths of the man, but does not fill the man herself. Prophet Isaiah writes in this regard, Who are you with, partners? I started this world with you are complete them. The correction of the man and woman is incumbent solely upon the creators. Hence, when the sea of the rulers was told to let the waters be gathered together in one place, they objected that they did not wish to swallow up the created waters and further do with the uncorrected state of the man and woman. Impure forces prevailed, ruled over them, and it was he that was killed. However, the tears from the man and woman that was revived from the sea that created, the rules arrived at the level that sanctify the name of the Lord, fulfilled with the creature's will, with the swallow of the preamble water. For then all the impure forces of the evil of the world will disappear, with all desires will gather in one place for the property for the old knows, whose name is Azuta, is Azalat. This becomes the world of Azalat, will spread for the end of the world of Adam Candium. Down on our world there will become an end of the correction of the world of BYA, will return to their hell. I guess that's the lowest form of the Sephiroth, return their properties to the world of Azalat. In the future, the end of the correction, after the correction of the first 9 sephiroth of the man, where only the man of woman and less of the 10 sephiroths remain to be corrected, all the nations of the world, the man of woman, and will unite and destroy Israel for the first 9 sephiroths. Lights of men desire to correct all the 10 sephiroths of man. The act of the sea ruler will be revealed as he will swallow up the all prime evil water of the water. Severe restrictions dry up, and some of the Israel, those who will aspire to the Creator, will walk through the dry land. The prophet of Micah says, as we fled with the land of Egypt, the saw wonders. However, there was only the beginning of this, was only the end of the sea. The Red Sea, and the Hebrew name signifies the end of man, or the man of woman, only of limited time, but at the end of the creation of the death, it will disappear forever. This is how the manna explained his oath of the Creator. Never forgets the man which is cast in dust forever, even with the daily zigzag with the sheen of the maid, but only 390 ferments of the 9 sephiroth of the man. Not only the man of woman itself, the remains lying in the dust, it seems to usually completely forgotten by the Creator. Nothing can be further from the truth, and truth of cracks that each of the reception of light becomes each reception of light as a result of 390 ferments being struck with the tears falling outside, and these tears are not lost but fall into the great sea of the man of woman. Man and woman, which receive them in slow yet gradual correction, saving the light of the wisdom without clothing of the light of mercy. It becomes more and more corrected as the sea rulers revived, till the tears accumulate to the necessary amount of the correction of the entire man, so all her intentions would be Creator's sake. This will occur when all the nations of the world unite and attack Israel. Therefore, the sea ruler will rise back into the life of the swallow of the prime evil water for the man and woman. It will receive the lack of the creation for each of the day of the Creator care of her until she is the only creation reach of her final correction. And Rabbi, she had a delusion, but revealed to him that he understands that nothing disappears in the dust, but only on the contrary, each day the man undergoes the correction, just as the Ma'at swore. Through all this have ye heard the voice clear in this place, with clear this place. The Messiah, the King Redeemer, is come in the assembly of the Rabbi Shimon. With all the righteous gathered there are heads of the group of the assembly, whereas all the assembly members ascend from the assembly to the assembly of heaven. The Messiah visits all the assemblies with the seal of the Torah to the ascend of the mouth of the righteous, and at the moment of the Messiah comes to the assembly of Rabbi Shimon, surrounded by the head of the supernal assembly. As a result of the greater revelation, end of the correction concealed in the oath of the Matah, all righteous presidents of the Rabbi Shimon assembly were they evaluated, especially for the group of the righteous that caused the Matah to appear, or the angel to care to take this oath. As a result, they all attained the upper degree and reached the level of the head of the assembly. For each assembly with the members and ahead of the difference between the difference between the vac of the genesis of the degree of the partzva and the gar of the complete of the partzva. Hence it was written, in the place should be clear of the Messiah after the angel revealed the secret of the end of the correction, specifically about how the creation delivered from egoism was appeared with the command of the prepare the place for the Messiah, the King Redeemer, for end of the correction was connected with the King Messiah. However, only the righteous Rabbi Shimon assembly, who are above the head of the assembly, merit with has come from only those who are on the same spiritual level as the King Messiah, as all those who have already corrected all those other properties for the first 9 sephiroths, and part of the desire of the man of all of the properties except for the origin of the egoism. Man of woman can merit the revelation of the revelation of his face. The level of the Messiah with the light of the Yeshua, measure the members of the not reach the level of the head of the assembly, the guard of the degrees, the corrected of all that the code, they will not have the merit of the revelation of the Messiah's face. The heads of the assembly are not with the guard of the low degrees, rather than representing the level as the high. Do all the members have merited reaching the heavenly assembly of the angel. And now all the members of the merited becoming the heads of the assembly, wherefore the merited is the same with the heaven assembly. Moreover, the thing is the correct action merited the Messiah himself coming to all of the assemblies to adjourn with the deeds for the Torah. And now all the members have been merited reach the level of the assembly of the heads. This is why the Messiah is adorned within the Torah of the assembly heads. Thus thanks to them for the Messiah himself ascending the higher degree. At the time all the members stood up, the Rabbi Shimon stood up in two, and the light rose with the firmament of the Messiah, said unto them, Happy are you, Rabbi, for you of the Torah has risen 370 beams of light. Each of the beam divides into 613 beams, property for the descent of the path of the rivers of the holy. Asked for per summon. The Creator confirms the sign of the Torah of the assembly of the Sheshva, or Hezkva, the king of the Judah, assembly of the Achia Halah Shalon, or Hali Shalonite. When the Messiah revealed himself to them, they came to the Rabbi Shimon and assembled the members and stood at the same level of the back of the gar. The Rabbi Shimon stood with the same degree as the Messiah. The light rose with the height of the firmament, and included the Rabbi Shimon as attained the light of the 10 firmaments of the Rebbe. He was missing 10 firmaments on account of the close of the gate of the man of a woman. He has attained the light of the shadow, which now is able to perceive that he could zigzag on the man of woman, and after the light of the shadow, shine with the zigzag or the perception of light is called the mashak, or the sitting level is 390, or the standing level to 400 yar. The Messiah said that the Rabbi Shimon said the Torah gave the rise of the light of the shadow of the parts of Attic because of 0 to 9 man, 10 to 90 Zephyr Am in, 100 to 90 to Ama, 1,000 to 900 are in Abba, 2,000 Erica Anabin, 100,000 are in Attica. Since each Sefer of Attica equals 100,000 of 4 Sephiras, but Heva Heba or here of Attica a total 400,000. However, in this case, he should have said the Torah performed only the deed of 400,000. Yet this light emanated, and not used on the 400, but only on 370. For all the Torah had reached the zenith of the firmament, and still could not reach the gar of the last supernal 100. Hence, there are only 370, while the upper 30 are absent in the image. The same applied with regard to the 1,000 light of the Father, but does not use the gar of each of the 1,000, only but the vacate 600 instead of on the 100. Instead of the gar of each of 1,000 and 13, wisdom of 32 pass of the wisdom. The number of the 13 signifies the wisdom of the 32 Nevat wisdoms, weak light and a weak light of wisdom, and called the hope of as Simone. There is said to be a Torah attained with 370 lights each for the day that is divided into 613 beams with the 400 Ama of 30 upper light, the Hokamas, and are absent, which leaves them 370 each for the 1,000 lacks up with the 400 Yar of wisdom. Instead of using 13 path of the holy Aspermon, each of the 1,000 contains no more than 613, with the fully supernal secret for the concealed. Then the Rabbi Shimon assembled the Creator himself, sealed with the he sends, and becomes the germ for the achievement of all the rights within Torah. Alright, we know that the tumult, everything that the prophet did ever said refers to only the day of the Messiah coming from, in the future of everyone will behold the Creator themselves. There all the degree of the level refers to the day of the Messiah will then be corrected, and all the secrets of the Torah will be revealed. Everyone will attain the complete revelation of the light of the Creator, and if said, everyone will see their own eyes sightly, imply of the gar of the wisdom. For oversight of the God of wisdom, it becomes clear that it exists the opportunity for the correct of the individual man of the woman, even before the soul achieved his future and if the man reached the individual level of attainment of 400, although the general level cannot be higher than 370. In this case, everybody else, this is the degree of the Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Shishkvat and Ashivah Shalon has been reached. The Messiah said that I have come here not to confirm the Torah over your assembly, but only because the owner of the wings is on his way here. For I know that there should not be enter any other assembly, but only yours. Meanwhile, Rabbi Shimon told him that the oath had taken with the owner of the wings. Right then the Messiah trembled in the way and raised his voice, and the heaven shook, and the great sea boiled, and Levian stared, and Levian stared, and the entire world threatened to overturn. At the moment they saw Rabbi Shia and Rabbi Shimon's adornment, and he said, "Who gave the man this world the adornments, a garment of the other world, garment of the other world, the value of the world?" Rabbi Shimon answered, "This is Rabbi Shia, the crest of the Torah. He said that to him, gather him and the sons, those who left the world, and they shall join the assembly." Rabbi Shimon said, "The time has granted to him that he was granted the time of Rabbi Shia. The time has not yet come." The Messiah took the Rabbi Shimon, and it came not to the sheikh of the Torah, but because the owner of the wings had come to the assembly, wishing to know that the angel had said. The angel said he revealed the end of the correction which perceived the Tefres offering that Israel, heaven and great sea were trembling. The world would own the verge of the collapse as predicted by the Talmud, and is also broken. He has also raised his voice, wishing to mitigate all of his upheaval. The Messiah was surprised with the Rabbi Shah. The garment of the Rabbi Shah existed a physical body with our world, the property of this world, and if he had murdered the appearance of the angel with his oath, he attained this degree of the complete correction of all of his evil. And so he was merited, seeing that the Messiah received the light of the Sheila. He has obviously completed the work in this world, therefore there is nothing left for him to do here. Hence he should leave into the enter the Rabbi Shimon's assembly into the Garden of Eden. Rabbi Shimon persuaded Rabbi Shia that the need to continue with the performing new and additional correction for this world, and both the Messiah and Rabbi Shimon explained to Rabbi Shia what else specifically he still needed to do in this world. I highly doubt that. Rabbi Shion trembled in awe with the Messiah left, and his eyes filled with the tears. The Messiah left the Rabbi Shimon's assembly, weeping from the great desire of final correction and redemption. The Rabbi Shion was also with anguish for the fervent desire to reach the end of the correction. Rabbi Shia cried and said, "Happy is the lot of the righteous in another world, and happy is the lot of the Rabbi Shimon." And the Bar Yoshia was also merited of all this. Who is your partner?